Hey guys, welcome to GameHangs. My name is Louis.
And I'm Luke.
And we're back again with another pickups video. It's been a while since we did one before.
So we've got quite a few games to show.
Yeah, and we're a bit
Buckle
rust.
up.
Right, I'm going to go first. And my first pickup is Heroes of Mana for the DS. I love the Mana series. I've got Children of Mana, which is really good, like underrated but cheap game. And this cost me £6 from CEX in Corby, I think.
Am I right to think there's this one called Tree of Mana as well? Or have I always made that up in my head?
Yeah, you've made that up. The sort of the mana tree is in every game.
So that's the, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of the same series of like Secret of Mana.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Back on the snazzy days.
Yeah. And next up we have Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age for PS4. This was about 40 quid from Asda, and yeah, I'm a bit sort of like hit and miss with the Final Fantasy games, and I've never really been like into one until this, and it's a fucking brilliant game. And I've just completed the main story. I'm like 50 hours in, and you can't carry on the main story, so I've gone back to the previous save, and I'm sort of tying up all the odds and ends, the hunts and stuff like that, trying to get all the best weapons. And it's a fucking brilliant game, like really addictive, and
In my
totally
opinion,
recommend
it's
this.
one of the best.
And because it's like updated graphics and everything, and it's got the like full-time game speed, so you can just like whip through battles and stuff to level up. It's really good. Next up, Torment, Tides of Numenera. Fucking what a waste of money this was. Like 15 quid, fair enough, but yeah, I thought it was going to be like a good CRPG, like Planescape Torment or Baldur's Gate sort of thing, but it's just fucking terrible. I hate it.
I've heard it's been a bit of a cop-out. A lot of
Yeah.
people are disappointed. Because it was a Kickstarter to begin with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As well, and people proper backed it. And yeah, I've had a bit of backlash.
Yeah, so 15 quid from game.
If anyone wants to buy it, just leave a comment down below.
And finally for my pickups we have Ever Oasis for the 3DS. This was $34.99 from game, and yeah, it's a fun little RPG similar to Fantasy Life, and you've got this as well this
Yes.
month, haven't you? So yeah, it's a good fun game. It gets a bit repetitive,
That's
but
what it's down for.
it's cutesy, it looks great.
So I think I'm about 3/4 of the way through, and the whole basis is set on your Oasis to upgrade it with shops and get visitors to come. And it is nice and fun, but like Louis says, it just gets a little bit tiresome. Like doing, because they don't go in too much depth, if you know what I mean. They're trying to be so many genres in the same game. But yeah, it's okay if you can get it for probably about £20, £25. Right, to start me off, it's the same as the last one. It's Ever Oasis for the 3DS. That was $34.99 from game. Don't need to say a lot about it, so nice. And from Amazon, sorry, I picked up Disgaea 5 for the Switch. This was £50. It's Switch games are crazy expensive.
Yeah.
But it's just your tactical RPG, like if you've ever played Final Fantasy Tactics. It's just you have your squad, you're moving around the board, and your enemies do the same. But it's good fun. For a gift from Louis for my birthday, he got me Dragon Ball Fusions for the 3DS. I've always kind of wanted this, but I've been very sceptical about buying it because of how the combat works. But after actually playing it, it's quite a fun tactical game, just based on a grid. Like a circular, and you just move your Dragon Ball characters about and just basically try and kill the other team. But the thing I like most about this is the fusion mechanic. You can fuse like any two characters together, as long as they have the fusion skills, so you can put, like maybe, the good thing is everyone's custom, so you can have some weird like Freezer character and fuse him with some Saiyan and make some crazy kind of overpowered monstrosity. So yeah, that's that.
Cool. They're all chibi looking, aren't they? Like they're not
Yeah,
fully
proper,
proportioned.
No, like
chibi.
Gotenks is the same size as say Piccolo, and it's a bit weird. If you know, everyone's the same height. And from CEX in Corby, I picked up Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings for the DS. I bought this just because I watched you play Final Fantasy 12, and it really made me want to not go back and play Final Fantasy 12, but try this one because I always wanted it. Not so good. It's a tactical RPG, but not in the sense of how Final Fantasy 12 actually is. It's trying to be like Command and Conquer, where you drag your cursor over the characters and move them, they automatically attack. Not been having much fun, but that was £12, so it's alright in the collection. And I went to a car boot in Great Yarmouth while I was just having a little breakaway, and I got a bunch of Xbox games, all for £5. Quite a good little collection, I'll just blast through them. Far Cry Instincts, which was the first Far Cry on the Xbox, and then it had a remake called Predator, but I've got Predator and that's why I got Instincts. This is a game called Dark Watch. I haven't played this yet, always kind of caught my eye as a teenager, but I posted a picture of it on Instagram, and a lot of people have been saying like it's a really good kind of like horror first person shooter.
Gunslinger, vampire, outlaw. Sounds cool.
To be fair, from the like screenshots I've kind of used to look at, and that looked really fun, so I've been looking forward to putting some time into that. Also got Burnout 2, classic old racing game. The only reason I kind of got this was because I used to play it so much as a teenager, and yeah, so just thought I'd give it a blast. Also got Soul Calibur 2 on the Xbox.
The worst one.
The worst one it is.
You got Spawn, well done.
Well, like I say, I only got this because I'm trying to collect all the Soul Caliburs, and I wanted to get. I've got the one on the PS2. I need to get the one on the GameCube for Link, and so I thought I'd pick this one up.
Oh,
it's
for
just
Link
a fighting
this time,
game.
Zelda.
Well, yes, of course, I get it right. I'm not drunk this time. Also got The Suffering, which is like a horror third-person, first-person shooter adventure game. I've got the second one on the Xbox, so that's the reason why I picked this up. It's quite a good find to find all these on at the car boot. And lastly, I got Hunter the Reckoning, which is Hunter the Reckoning, which is kind of like a top-down twin-stick shooter melee kind of game.
Yeah.
Set in kind of weird post-apocalyptic world. I bought this because I've got the second one on the Xbox, so just to complete the collection. That's why I thought it was quite a good car boot, really, being able to finish off quite a few collections. But yep, that's my car boot games.
PS2 haul.
Right. Like Lou says, PS2 haul. Firstly, for $1.99, I'm not sure where the shop, what it was called. It was like We Are Entertainment or something, one of those places. Got Timesplitters Future Perfect for the PS2. Fantastic first-person shooter
game.
In the style of like old GoldenEye. So each level has like certain kind of missions you need to complete before you can finish the level. You're going back in time to all these weird kind of set pieces.
Not as good as second one.
To be honest, I think this one's better, in my opinion. But the second one's multiplayer is much better.
The characters in the second one are more compelling. And
that's true, because this one is the first one where they kind of give them voices and shit and actually put a story in.
Yeah.
You're not just like some time agent that's going back to pretty much save time. But that was $1.99, fan favourite of mine, so that was brilliant to find. All of these are from CEX in Great Yarmouth. I'll try and remember how much they were, but for £15 I got Silent Hill Origins. Never even heard of this game before.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh. So I don't know anything like about the characters or anything, because I know like the third one has like female, and I've only ever played up to 3. So £15, I thought it's quite expensive, but it would look quite nice in the collection. It's obviously fairly rare.
Yeah.
So that'd be good to play. For £2.50, I got The Sword of Destiny. It's not even called The Sword of Destiny.
Swords of Destiny.
It's just Sword of Destiny, which is... I got this because I thought it was like the last game in the Onimusha series. I was wrong.
No.
But I still like these kind of Devil May Cry hack and slash.
Onimusha Dawn of Dreams.
That's it. So yeah, I completely messed that one up. But it's just a hack and slash kind of like action kind of game. So that'd be quite cool. Also for £2.50, I picked up Beautiful Joe for the PS2.
Do the catchphrase.
Henshin and go-go, baby! Cringe. But I got that because I've got the second one on the PS2. The GameCube version is much better, undoubtedly, but this one comes with... I don't know if he's a playable character or not, but it's got Dante. So for £2.50, I was like, absolute bargain. For £6, I got Valkyr Profile 2.
Silmeria.
Oh, I'd never dare pronounce that. I don't know much about the Valkyr Profile series, but it's a JRPG set in probably your typical JRPG setting.
They're supposed to be really good JRPGs.
I've heard, but They're tactical, I think, judging by what I've read in the manual. They seem to have these like grids around the characters that you can only move certain amounts of steps. But I'll be looking forward to giving that a go because I'm a big fan of my RPGs. For £15 I picked up Forbidden Siren 2.
Sweet.
Never actually seen this before. It was only probably like a month ago I saw somebody posting up pictures of this that they picked up, so I immediately put it on my wish list and then found it in Great Yarmouth. So that was a bargain. It was 15 quid. It's obviously a horror game.
Japanese horror is the fucking scariest.
By the looks of it, it's not your
Grudge,
typical horror where
Ju-on.
you've got weapons or anything. It's pretty much walk around with your flashlight and scare the jahibis out of you. So I'll be looking forward to giving that a go. For £20 I got Obscure 2, which is another horror game.
Is that your rarest one of the pickups?
I would say so. This is the rarest out of the pickups. It's a horror game that's set in like a high school. It's got a cool like co-op mode so you can play it with your friends. Haven't played this one yet. I've been playing a bit of the first one recently, which is quite cool because it's the same sort of game like Resident Evil, fixed camera angles, find items to get to certain other rooms and then just battle enemies on the way and try and figure out what's going on. So it's cool to finish off that collection. I've been looking forward to getting this one for a while, but it's just trying to find it at the right price, and I was on holiday, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll spend 20 quid. And also for £2.50 I got Mortal Kombat Shaolin Months, which is like a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Probably one of the best Mortal Kombat games I've played that's not a fighter, if you know what I mean. It's set just after the first one, like Liu Kang and everyone's trying to get off the island from Shao Kahn.
Is this like Tekken Force mode, basically?
Yeah, that's a good
That's
way
like
of
a whole
describing
game.
it. But it's a good fighting game, side-scrolling beat-em-up. So I've been playing that a little bit recently as well. Just gives me a blast to the past, so that's fun to play. For £5 I've picked up Final Fight Streetwise. I don't know much about this and I honestly think it's going to be quite garbage, but I remember back in the day when I owned a PS2 I'd always look at screenshots of this and never got a chance to get my mum to buy it for me.
It's Capcom.
It's Capcom, so
Can't
it
go
could be
wrong.
quite good, and the Final Fight series is really good, but there's probably a reason why they haven't done another 3D fighter. So, but that's like a side-scrolling adventure. Side-scrolling. It's like 3D adventure beat-em-up type thing. So I'll be looking forward to playing that. And my final pickup, I've been wanting this forever, and I don't know why I just didn't pick it up. But for £5 I got Gungrave, and from what I remember reading, it's not the best game to play, but I've always loved the look of the protagonist, the way he's some sort of like, he's like a priest kind of. I think he kills like monsters, but he's like obviously really religious, and he has this big kind of coffin on his back that he pulls around and shoots and stuff.
Castlevania then, yeah?
In some sense, but it's just a adventure shooter, so I'll be looking forward to playing that. Like I said, I've been really wanting this ever since it ever come out, so I'll still fuck that sentence up. But yeah, that's all my pickups this month.